Welcome to Jackie's Craft Table. Hello everyone, thanks for stopping by. In this video I have some beautiful new dies from Spellbinders to show you. These are called Elegant Twist dies from Beeca Feeken. This line includes the circles and the squares, which I have here to show you, and they also include rectangles and ovals. There are so many different ways you can use these. You can cut out just frames, or you can cut out a panel with this beautiful twist detailing. So I'm going to make some 5 by 5 inch cards. I usually just stick with the standard A2 sized cards, which is 5.5 by 4.25. But to accommodate the largest dies from these two sets, I'm going to make square cards. So let's start with the circles. I'm going to attach a piece of pattern paper onto my card base. And this comes from one of their card kits. They always have gorgeous pattern paper in every single one of their card kits. This paper is going to add some beautiful colors behind my green panel. I'll show you here in just a minute. So I cut out the dies in 3 different ways. This first panel, I just used the Elegant Twist die. I'm going to glue that down flat onto my card. And it matches the size of my pattern paper, but doesn't that color behind it look pretty? Next, I'm adding my gold panel. And this I cut out with a medium-sized Elegant Twist. And I also cut out the border around the outside. I'm going to pop it up with some foam tape. These just look gorgeous with the metallic paper. And then the third panel I cut out with the smallest Elegant Twist die, and I cut out the inside as well as the outside. There's just so much you can do with these. I had a ball playing with these. For my sentiment, I'm using another Beeca Feeken set, and it's just called an All Occasion Sentiments, and it also came with dies. So I stamped and cut out my sentiment, which says, "Just saying hello." And I'm also using the small die of the month for June for these beautiful flowers. I'm just showing you how I added some detail with these. I used a Copic marker just to add a little bit of flick marks to it. And then I'll add some dimension to the center of this flower with a foam square. And I made 3 of these flowers. And then I'll add a little yellow dot to the center. I also had a lot of fun with the small die of the month kit for June. I'm going to attach my sentiment to the largest flower. And then I'm gluing everything down flat with some liquid glue. I also cut out a few leaves to put around these flowers. The set came with larger leaves and small leaves. They also have pretty details embossed into them. I'm using the same cardstock that I used on the first green panel, and I felt like they kind of got lost on this card. So after I attach all of my leaves, I'm going to come in with a Copic marker and just add a little detail to the leaves. I should have thought of this before I glued them all on, but I guess that would just be too easy, right? You wouldn't even have to add the leaves, of course. They look really cute just as is, too. But they really do add a nice touch. All of the cardstock that I'm using is from their card kit of the month. I always make about 10 cards with their kits, and I still have lots of paper left over when I'm done. It's really great paper to have on hand. And now I'm coming in with the Copic marker that's a little bit darker than my cardstock. This just brings the leaves out a little bit more. I'm being careful not to get it onto my yellow flowers. And now I can go ahead and attach everything. I'm just using more liquid glue for this. These would also look really cute with a little bit of foam tape behind the smaller flowers. But I'm just going to tuck them next to my larger flower. But these frames just make the card look so elegant. I guess that's why they call it Elegant Twist. Makes sense. I'm also going to pull out some sequins from a previous card kit. These are fun because they're metallic and kind of a neon green. I'm going to use the metallic sequins, just 3 of them across this panel. This just adds another touch of elegance, I think. So pretty. I usually use my jewel picker to put sequins on my card panels, but I think I have to clean mine off because it's just not sticky at all anymore. My last little sequin I'm going to put right below my sentiment. And that's all there is to this card. It was just a fast and simple card, but look how elegant it looks. So beautiful. Here's a close-up look at it. It makes me want to get the rectangles and the ovals from the set. They're just beautiful. And now for the squares. I already die cut all of my pieces just for the sake of time, and I'm going to use some Spellbinders double-sided adhesive to attach a piece of pattern paper onto my card base. This is, again, a 5-inch square card, and I cut this piece of pattern paper down so that it's a little bit smaller than my card base. And this is, again, from a previous card kit, and it's about 1/8 of an inch smaller than my card base, so it's just a sliver that you'll see of the white card base. My next layer is this pretty gold piece, and I'm going to put some foam tape behind this to pop it up. And then I'll try to center this onto my card panel. I think the pattern paper on this, as well as my gold piece, isn't aligned 100%. But with all that's going on in this card, I don't think my recipient will notice too much. I'm cutting down another piece of pattern paper using the edge die from the set, and I'm just trying to see where I want it to cut out. And then I'll just run that through my die cutting machine. And these little edge dies cut out a really thin frame too, and they'd be a lot of fun to make a card with. I'm going to have to do that sometime. Also, the circle ones do that as well, and you get these teeny tiny thin circle frames. They're so cute. I'll use some more double-sided adhesive to attach my pattern paper onto my metallic paper. I'll just pull off the release paper, and then I can center this on my metallic cardstock. I'm going to stamp out another sentiment from the All Occasions sentiment set again. And this one is going to be a birthday card, and it says, "It's your birthday." And I'm just stamping that out onto a piece of white cardstock. I'm using some VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink to do this. This stamps out nice and dark. And I'm just gently pressing it into place. Looks like I'm pushing really hard, but I'm not. And then I can use the coordinating die to cut out this little sentiment strip. I love sentiments that come with coordinating dies. This makes life so much easier. And here it is. I'll just pop it out. Now for this card, since my pattern paper already has flowers on it, I'm going to use some butterflies that came in a previous card kit. I've used up a few of these, but I still have a lot left over. These are dimensional stickers, and they're so pretty. You can kind of pop up their wings a little bit. I'm just trying to do it very gently so I don't rip the paper. These also have some pretty gold detailing on them that will match well with my gold paper on the card. And I'm going to also pop up my sentiment. These are just some foam pieces I have in my stash. I like a nice even layer of dimension, so I do use a lot of foam pieces behind this. And now I can peel off the release paper and attach this to my card. I picked out 2 other butterflies as well, and they're not attached yet, but I just cut around the cellophane so that they wouldn't stick yet. Now I can peel off the backing and put these on my card. I'll press them down in place, and then I can kind of fluff up the wings so they look really nice and dimensional. I'm adding some metallic sequins on this card too, and that completes my second card. I hope you enjoyed this video and were inspired. I will have the links to the Elegant Twist dies below and over at my blog, as well as all of the products that I use to create these cards. Thanks for watching, my crafty friends. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!